All right. So in this video, we're going to learn how to create a landing page for your Beehive newsletter. All right. So now Beehive does come with a landing page builder, like web builder, right? That you can use to create a landing page for your main newsletter, right? So let's go to pages, right? Subscribe, right? So this is how a landing page might look like in for your Beehive newsletter. But let's say you want to create a landing page for a lead magnet, or you just don't like any of the designs right now that Beehive has, and you want to create a custom landing page. So in this video, we're going to be using Lovable AI for that option. So let's just leave the builder and let's go to Lovable. All right. So I took an example already from this newsletter, right? And so very simple. We're just going to create a simple landing page that's going to have the title, subheadlines, right? The opt-in form, the button, and like a photo, right? That's pretty much it that I want. Since that's like a typical lead magnet landing page that you see in a lot of newsletters, right? It's this simple thing because you just want the person to enter the email and subscribe, right? That's it. So what we're gonna do now is just go to Lovable. I already have the screenshot. So create please create landing page just like the example I did to you. Okay. For the subscriber form after. Okay. So now we're just gonna see what happens. Now it's going to work, right? It has an example of what I'm looking for, right? And this is like probably my favorite part about Lovable. It's just how easy it is. There we go. All right, so Lovable just finished creating a simple landing page for our newsletter, right? And what I like about it, it pretty much got everything correct because I provided an example of what I was looking for, right? Here you could just take a screenshot of like on your phone, right? On your iPhone, your Android phone, right? And just replace the screenshot here, right? So super simple. You can just paste it here and tell it Lovable. Okay, so now that we have this set up and everything, I'm gonna show you a cool trick about this. So first off is to use the visual edits, right, on Lovable, right? So this will just save you from having to waste any credits, right? You can just change it here, right? And like, you know, be be, be an expert things beehive, right? Something like that, right? And from here, we could just delete this actually. We don't want that. Delete. There we go. And then from here, we could just be like an email once a week to the scale, grow, and generate sales from your beehive newsletter, right? And then from here, change the action here. So we're gonna just let's see if I could change. There we go. Okay, going now. Oops. One click. Want. won't work. But let's pretend, right? I'll probably have to use the feature for this to fix this, right? And then we're gonna just do that, right? We're gonna leave the placeholder like that, right? And then we're done right here, right? Now, a screenshot, right? Then I would tell Lovable to replace the current one and replace and add the screenshot to this iPhone. That right? So now that we have this set up, what we're gonna do now is go back to Beehive. Oops. So save. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is just go. Oh, it didn't save my text. No, it didn't save my text. Oh well. Okay. So we're gonna go back to Beehive and create a subscriber form, right? Because this, when somebody enters their email, right, it's not going to go into the automation for the lead magnet, right? So what you got to do first is go ahead and go to audience, subscriber form, right? And just go to create new form, right? I'm going to delete this one just so we don't have it used. Right? We call it that beehive guy, right? No, the beehive guy, beehive, the magnet, right? The playbook, yeah, the playbook to grow about test. Let's just go like, oops, subscribe below to get right. And then from here, of course, Beehive gives you a lot more options, right, to subscribe to customize it, right. So if you want them to enter your email, right, what you want the buttons to say instead, right. But yeah, you can just change it here as well, subscribe and everything. And if you need to, then you have the privacy policy, right, things that you need, and just in case you do need it, right. Styling, you have it here. Form. So we're not going to do any styling for this because it's just super simple. We just wanted to, but the only thing is that we don't want the title nor that. All I want is this, right? Because if we remember, right, with Lovable, we already have everything else, right? We just want the placeholder, right? Well, the subscriber form, sorry. And so that's it. We're going to just label email subscribe form. And I think that's it. That's all she wrote. I want to make sure. Okay, we're good. Save and get the embedded code, right? So this is what we want, right? This is what we want to provide Lovable with. Now, hope it works. This will be live in the first shot here. Okay. And then we're gonna go back to, well, here, to chat. And so as you can see here, right, replace your description form code to integrate it, right? So now we're gonna just replace it. Here is the subscriber form code, right? That need you to replace. I need you to and the current right, and then we're good. Let's hope it works. It should be working. There we go. Yeah, it worked. And then all you gotta do is just play around with Lovable, right? And just tell it, hey, like move it a little bit here to match it. Because as you can see here, it's not really matching perfectly, right? And then Lovable again to like add subheading, right? Right here. But for now, it works. We got it to work, so that's good. So now, what we're going to want to do is, so let's pretend that you have the lead magnet created, right? It's some sort of playbook, right, that we have here. So what we're going to do now is just go to beehiiv. Right. So now that we have the code already, right, we have this code, is you need to create now an automation for this, right? So when you share that when you share the landing page, right, with somebody, you're going to want them to get the lead magnet, right? So we're going to go to, if I could go back here, go, and go to automations. As you can see here, I created one. Super simple. I'm going to use this one. Okay. So what we're going to do here is just change it. So what you're going to want to do is if email submitted, right? So if they submit an email, right? If they enter an email into the subscriber form, we're going to use any subscriber form. Nope. The new subscriber form, right? And then we're going to just add a. We don't have to add any conditions to it. Right? Should have selected here. Or if I didn't save it, let's go back. Oh yeah, new subscriber form. Okay, yeah, I just didn't change the name. Change the name. to- This will help me. Okay, and then we're gonna go back to automations. Okay, there we go. So if trigger is submitted to test, right? So if somebody enters their email in this placeholder, right? Excuse me, we're gonna want them to be pushed and get the email, right? So let's pretend that this is the email, right? It has the lead magnet and everything. That's it, right? You just have to make sure you select the right automation, send email, right? So that's pretty much it in how you could create a custom landing page, right? For your beehiiv newsletter to send and a lead magnet, right? With lovable AI, right? So super simple, easy to do, right? Of course, I just have to customize this a little bit more, right? Fix this, right? Just take a screenshot, right, of what I want, right here, right, as well. Or I could just use this cool tool, Shots, right? To you know, I could just like take a picture of it, right? Grab a screenshot from my phone, right? Use this, and then just export this, right? And then just tell Lovable, hey, replace this with this image instead, right? On my iPhone, right? Then we could just preview it. Or we could just hide side. There we go. Right. I mean, it looks pretty good. You just have to change, of course, to match this so that the spacing, right? Add some words here, right? That we had. I'm not sure why it didn't save. I probably did not click save, maybe. And then just replace that. That's it. And you have a custom landing page with Lovable, right? That you can use for free, right? You can publish it and everything, and just use that link for your link magnet. So that's how you can create a landing page with Lovable for your beehiiv newsletter. And if you guys have any questions, just comment down below, and I'll be happy to answer them. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.